Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla. Today's video, I am going to do kind of a series I'm in the middle of, update, and then also we're going to talk about kind of my tentative Squash That Series plans for this upcoming round that is going to be from March 19th to the 25th. So that is what I have in store for you guys. Let me open up my spreadsheet and we can get into this. Okay, so for my spreadsheet, I am deciding if I'm just going to tell you or if I'm going to show you. Next to me, maybe I'll scoot over a little bit. Okay, so I have scooted over and maybe I'll just run through the books. I don't know what I'm going to do. You'll see something up here about what I'm talking about. We're just going to talk about the ones that I am currently in the middle of. So the first one we have is the Mindfuck series by St. Abbey. In this current moment, I am on book 4, which is All the Lies. So I have All the Lies and Paint It Red. So I have 2 more books left in this series. This is one that I'm actively reading. I plan on finishing it before Squash That Series, but based on some other things that I have going on, will probably be reading these at the same time. So these could fit. So for the Mindfuck series, I'm actually really enjoying it. So far, all the books have been given 4 stars, and it is like a solid 4-star each time. And then the next one I have is the Salacious Players Club by Sarah Kate. I am on the second book, which is Eyes on Me, and this series has 6 books total, but I think book 5 and 6 are not released yet. So for me, I have Eyes on Me, Give Me More, and Mercy left. This I gave praise, I believe 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. And I have neutral to high hopes for the rest of them. Both of those series are like smutty series. Mindfuck is more thriller, like romantic thriller, and then Salacious Player is like romance. And then the next one I have is the Finlay Donovan series by Elle Cosimano. I'm on the last one, Finlay Donovan Jumps the Gun. I'm actually reading this one extremely soon with Lizzie over at Lizzie's Literary Life. And so after Lizzie and I read that final Finlay Donovan book, I'll be caught up, I'm assuming. I don't think they would stop after the 3rd book, but I really don't know. So I'm either going to be caught up or completely finished with that, depending on what happens. The next series I have is the Marked by Blood series by Rebecca L. Garcia. This is a kind of indie series I found one day randomly, and then I think I got the NetGalley arc of the 1st book, and then I kind of enjoyed it. Also got the NetGalley arc of the 2nd book and enjoyed that. And then I don't know if NetGalley had the 3rd book, but the 3rd book is on Kindle Unlimited, and I believe that the 4th book comes out later this year. But I am on the 3rd book, which is Darkest Heart, and I can't really tell you what this is about because in this current moment, I have no thoughts, head empty, I've forgotten, but it's really good. So you've seen the covers, they look pretty cool. I think Shadowkiss got 3 stars and Midnight Crown got 4 stars, but I'm still going to keep reading them because I am enjoying them. I have this on here but it's just a duology. I have Something Fabulous by Alexis Hall. I read Something Fabulous like a week ago and it just got put on here. So I have Something Spectacular on this list as next up. This book is not actually out yet. However, I do have a NetGalley arc of Something Spectacular. And then we have the Wallflowers series by Lisa Kleypas. This is a historical romance series that I'm on book 4. So there's book 4, which is Scandal in Spring, and book 4.5, which is a Wallflower Christmas. Those are the 2 books that I'm reading. I highly recommend it. I just recently read The Devil in Winter, and I loved it, which is the 3rd book. I actually had plans on both Scandal in Spring and A Wallflower Christmas to be my audiobooks for Squash That Series. So with both of those books, I would be finishing a series and then getting 8.5 points to get to my 15 for Squash That Series. So I'm excited. And then we have the lovely Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I'm on Empire of Storms, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, which is number 5. So I'm on Empire of Storms, and that's all I have to say on that. I'm so neutral about these books. The Veronica Speedwell series by Deanna Rayburn. I just read A Curious Beginning a couple months ago with Bailey, so I have this on my list. There are 8 books in the series so far. I believe the 8th book is not released yet. I have to check on that, but I'm only on book 2, which is A Perilous Undertaking. I am not sure when I'm going to get back to this. I might finish a couple other things that I'm a little bit closer to finishing before I come back to this one, but that one, I'm very excited for this series. I think that as the books go along, it will get better. And historical mystery romance, right? So that one. And then I have Dark Olympus by Katie Roberts. I am on the 4th book, which is Radiant Sin, and I have not read the 0.5 novella Stoneheart, so I have that one and Radiant Sin. And then obviously Cruel Seduction is not out yet. I think that comes out this fall, I think. But I love the Dark Olympus books. I really enjoyed Neon Gods and Wicked Beauty, but Electric Idol definitely fell flat for me. But I'm really enjoying these books. I really like them, so I will continue to be reading them. Next is one that shows that I don't do what I'm supposed to, and that is Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. We should all know that Bailey's already finished this. I still haven't read Hero of Ages, so probably within the next month or 2, I will be getting to Hero of Ages, so Bailey and I can get to Mistborn Era 2. It's what I think that we're doing next, so I'll get to Hero of Ages, I promise. Speaking of Brandy Sandy, I have the Stormlight Archives. I've only read The Way of Kings, so those will be books that I will probably put off for a long time, not in a bad way, just maybe getting him to maybe release one more, maybe book 5, and then I can slowly get back into them. I'm not sure. That's was my first foray into high epic fantasy, and it kind of scared me a little bit. So I definitely would actually like to reread Way of Kings and then continue on with the series. Then I have the Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. I have actually already read the Bone Season. I read it last September, I believe, and this is the Bookstar read-alongs pick for this year, and I read The Pale Dreamer in February. March, this month, is the Bone Season, and then April is the Mime Order. So I actually will be continuing the series as the year goes on because of the Bookstar read-along. So I am not reading the Bone Season this month with everybody else because I already read it and read it fairly recently. So next month, I'll be reading the Mime Order with everybody. And then we have Wild by K.A. Tucker. I am on the most recent book, which is book 3, Running Wild. And I think the last 2 Squash That series, I've said that I was going to put them on my TBR, and I didn't read this. And this round, I have plans to read Running Wild because honestly, I don't know if this is the final book or not, but I would like to catch up or complete this series. I need to do some searching if this is going to be the last book or not, but it's been on my TBR for a while, so I do want to get to Running Wild for this. I really did start telling you what I think, and then I kind of lost it. I don't know. And then actually the final book that I have that I am in the middle of that series is the Murderbot Diaries by Martha Wells. I'm on book 4, which is Exit Strategy. These are cute. I listen to the audios. These don't blow me away. I think there are definitely people that love them more than me, but I just listen to them because they're quick and easy, even though I think book 5 is a full-length novel. This series is 7 books total with names. Book 7 is not released yet, but I have on my spreadsheet that there's an untitled number 8 and an untitled number 9, so there are going to be significantly more books coming out, and those are all the book series that I'm currently in the middle of. I know at the beginning I said that I was not going to go over the ones that I'm caught up with, but I'm just going to run through them really quickly, and obviously I'm fully caught up waiting for a new book to come out, so I don't need to tell you about what book I'm on because I'm caught up the most recently. So the ones that I am caught up on are Bright Falls by Ashley Herring Blake, obviously Delilah Green, Ashton Parker, that kind of thing. Love Light by B.K. Borson, Love Light Farms, In the Weeds, you know. I just said I wasn't going to tell you what book I'm on, but I'm literally telling you what books are in the series. The Influencers by Amy Lee, Set on You, X's and O's, that kind of thing. Akatar, we know those, I'm caught up. Tita Rosie's Kitchen Mysteries by Mia P. Manansala, I've read all of those. The X-Hex by Erin Sterling, I've read those. Nevermore by Jessica Townsend, I'm caught up on those. And then I'm actually caught up on the English translation versions of the Spy Family manga. So that is where I'm at with those. I have quite a bit of series, but I am trying to hopefully catch up on a few more before I really dive into some more starting series adventures. But yeah, so I kind of briefly mentioned throughout this what I'm reading for Squash That series, but the original plan was to read Running Wild by K.A. Tucker, to read Exit Strategy by Mirtha Wells. I also had planned on Scandal in Spring and A Wallflower Christmas by Lisa Kleypas to round out that series. Finley Donovan will probably happen based on if Lizzie gets the book in time for Squash That Series or not. And then I obviously am currently actively reading the Mindfuck series, so that will probably happen. That's a lot of books to say I'm going to read in the week, but I would rather give myself a big list to pick from than say I'm going to read 2 or 3 and then not get to any of them. So I'd rather have a little bit more options going, because I'm definitely going to read the Mindfuck series, but I had an original plan that did not include those. So I'll have to just figure out what I'm going to do. But I think with all the books that I've mentioned, there are many ways I can put them around to make my 15 plus points to win this round of Squash That Series. And I mentioned Squash That Series multiple times, but if you are still here and you don't know what that is, it is a readathon hosted by me and Bailey over at Is Bailey Reading. We are going to host this from, again, like I said, March 19th through the 25th, and it's just to help you finish your series. This is just going to be a week-long little adventure for us, and I'm very excited. But yeah, so that is everything that I have for you guys. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you need to do to help out my channel, and I will check you guys in my next video. Okay? Bye. Am I filming a video in front of Bailey's shelves?